Okay. So my last capture was like 9 minutes, so I thought I'd stop and see if I can't shorten this. Okay, if you noticed, I've relocated. Hello again. It's been a crazy and hectic time. Only recently have I really found, like, or really somehow connected with myself, or my, you know, kind of drug out what was hiding within me. Um, I'm so overworked that I became so just out of the ordinary. My usual self was kind of put away, and it was really different. It was hard to tell, and I was overwhelmed by emotions a lot because what my usual self was put away, I guess you could say. I've been so exhausted and tired that I couldn't really tell what was going on half the time. I don't remember things, and I had this feeling that that something was wrong, something was missing, or that I needed to witness something, or that I was gonna miss out. I don't. It was just a really bad feeling, right? So I'm driving home from work, and Love is a Battlefield is playing on 103.3, which is an old school rock station, which is usually what I would listen to if I just need to chill out. And I wasn't really paying attention to the lyrics until the word "strong" just clicked. And when I heard that word, it just something bubbled, something just struck me. I had to turn off the radio to think like clearly. And I found that I've been missing my drive, my inspiration, my reasoning. I've been missing it all. I haven't been logical. It's been bad because I haven't been able to think properly. I hadn't had the pull or push of my own inner self at all working. And I thought maybe it was lack of sleep, or maybe it was just ignorance because I didn't want to handle the truth of what's going on, or I couldn't handle it, or something subconscious told me to shut down. It just sprang back up. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was, or what it will be, or what it will do. It's ridiculous. It's just this wave of inspiration just out of nowhere. It's telling me, take the rein. You gotta steer. You gotta steer. You gotta stop riding on this shit. Don't sit back seat. Don't be a passenger. You gotta take the wheel. And something is just screaming at me inside. And I've told the people that I don't hear voices. I don't hear myself, but I really do hear myself. I think to myself a lot. But it's not like hearing voices or anything. It's a feeling, and it would, if it was a voice, it'd be screaming. It's just, I've been so far out there, I haven't been trying, I haven't been pushing myself, except for physically during, PT. I've been trying to, get in shape, but outside PT, I don't do anything. I need to start getting back into that. I need to figure out if I'm really all for the Navy. It's my problem. Because ever since the Navy thing hit, I've been blank. I didn't know what to do. I haven't been knowing what to do. I've been indecisive, like unable to figure anything out. I couldn't handle the emotions because I didn't know what they were, why they were happening, and it's really messed up a lot. And not a lot, but it messed up a few things here and there. It's made my conscience go nuts. I don't know, but I think I know. Well, I don't know yet, but I believe now I can figure out what I'm fighting for. Besides being stronger, besides being, I don't know. When I salute the flag, I think about all those who have gone before me and actually have defended and done something and made something of their lives. And I wonder if I can be like that, if I had that kind of strength. And people have told me that they see it. They know if I'm able to push myself, if I can hit that limit, I haven't had that self-confidence build up yet. I haven't been able to feel it come back. I mean, I've had the ability to get this far out of nowhere, and maybe it was so overwhelming that I just had to shut down. I needed a break from reality, and that's been driving me nuts. I've slipped into depression several times, and it was weird because I didn't know why I felt like that. I didn't know what I needed, so I grasped for things. I reached out for no reason. I didn't need it. I just needed to figure out why my heart didn't stop. Why it's not stopping? It's because I have a drive. We all have a purpose. I think that's the dog. Anyways, it's... if you don't believe we don't have a purpose, you have to stop and think, you know. If existence was meaningless, we wouldn't exist. We wouldn't have the power to create our own worlds within ourselves and outside of us. You just need that control. You need to be able to grasp the concept of having control of yourself, of your body, of the things around you. I mean, we are a web of people, a conscience. You know, we're not exactly like building a conscience. Maybe we are, maybe not. Maybe that what a superior being is the stream of consciousness that goes between people. Because the more people are, the more empowered we all will feel. That's what a team is. A team balances each other out. When you're alone, sometimes you lose touch with everything else because you are there by yourself, and the outside aura turns and goes in, and sometimes that will cause a collapse. And I think that's what happened to me. I try to be alone. I try to say I can't handle anyone else. I had to be by myself, and that's where I made a mistake, because I ended up shutting down. 7 minutes almost. But if you look for inspiration, you don't always have to look for it. It'll hit you in the most strangest of times. It's tiresome sometimes, you know. Life is very tiresome. Sometimes it feels like it goes by too fast. It's theory of relativity. Theories. It's based on theories, and if you make your own, you'll find some way to understand it. But don't be alone. Don't feel alone, because there are people out there. No matter what, there's always going to be someone that cares. No matter what you are and who you are, there's going to be someone there. Family, friend, coworker, sibling. Well, that is family. I don't know, it could be even an animal, random animal you find that shows some kind of kindness or caring. That doesn't mean when it attacks you, it's caring. It's attacking you because it's fighting for survival for some fucked up reason. But know that when you're making a hard decision, sometimes you do have to go to someone to ask them, you know, am I doing the right thing? And just to confirm within yourself. You do have to second guess at times. Not all the time, but sometimes. If you feel it's the best thing to do, but you're uncertain, sometimes you don't have to go with the feeling. You have to reach out and ask, or just do it. I mean, it's hard to go step by step, but somehow it'll get there. You will get there. When you put one foot in front of the other, you don't always have to focus on each step. Sometimes you do. It varies within the person and within the task, or it really is a dependency thing. And that's my whole problem, is dependency. What I do, what I choose to do, what I say, depends on the situation, depends on the environment, or the people I'm around. Because I've become so dependent on outside and around me that when I became on my own, I collapsed. It was just not enough support that I was grasping for. And this made me stronger in one sense, but it weakened me throughout the time I was not reaching out. And I dwelled on just bad stuff. It was a downfall for me. And I finally I was about to hit the ground, and then I realized, you know, I have a drive. I have something I'm fighting for, and I need to fight for it. And so I am now. I'm taking the reins, you know. I'm gonna steer. And I just hope I don't crash. Because if I do crash, though, I've got a plan. I've always got a plan. And you should too. You should always plan out. I'm getting way too serious. You know what? I love you guys. I love everyone that views, even though there's probably 3 or 4 of you, something. I don't know. Probably 5 or 6 now. I don't know. But, you know, I got too serious. and I can't get out of being serious because it's a serious moment. I'm leaving for 4 years. I'm not leaving anything behind, I'm just going away. I can't forget any of it. And if I do forget, it's not that it's not important. It's that it didn't hold on to me, so I can't hold on to it. There are some things I do need to forget about. There's some things that need to be forgotten about me, I guess. I don't know. I'm not the same person as I used to be. I won't ever be the same again. But no matter what I am, or what I become, I'm always, I don't know. I really don't know what I would be. I don't know what I could be. Don't know what I used to be. I don't know what stays the same. Because nothing really stays consistent. There's a constant change. I mean, it could be little things, like I used to have a mohawk, and I loved my mohawk. And then when my friends got sick of it, I was weak-willed. And I said, do it. I don't care anymore. And now I miss it. And I realized, that mohawk, it was a symbol. It showed not rebellion, but it showed the fact that I took control of my own route. I decided, you know what, I'll do a mohawk. Because I'd never done it before. And I started doing things I hadn't done before, It started a trend within myself. And it wasn't a good one. And then when I'm back to, my little bit of hair here and there, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right at all. But I've been able to grasp a bit of reality and a concept that I've been overlooking for a long time. I hope it stays that way. Anyways, I'm glad I was able to steal your time and you actually listen to me. Because there's a lot that I've said that I haven't been able to say for a long time. So thank you very much. I do appreciate your time, and I'm sorry you wasted about 12 minutes of your time. It wasn't a waste. It shouldn't have been. Because you should have been inspirational words that may have changed you or shook you up a little. Shook you up. My grammar is really bad this time of night.